Hey, what's up guys, it's Vlad here. Finally I figured out how to use my mic properly to get the loudest sound quality. In today's video we're gonna talk about personal finances and you're gonna be able to save at least something from your income and put it towards your future financial goals and financial freedom. Without being said, let's get started. For today, there are not a lot of financial gurus talking about this, which I think is vital, and here what I mean. Pay yourself first, and once you get the paycheck, figure out how much it's gonna be net after taxes and take 10% of it to put it to your savings account. And it's better to do it before you start spending a penny instead of living on the whole paycheck and save what's left, because in this case, there's always nothing left. This way you'll adjust your lifestyle, since there's gonna be a specific amount of money you can spend and nothing more. And the portion of money you save is gonna go towards your financial freedom and wealth. And in this video, I wanted to talk about one cool money budgeting way called envelope method. The whole point of it is that once you get the salary, you figure out how much taxes you're gonna pay, and to take this amount of money to put it to the whole separate account. This money you cannot spend under no circumstances. The rest of money, you take 10% as we discussed before, and put it to some savings account. And the rest, 90% of your net salary, will put to several, let's say, envelopes with a different percentage. And here's what I mean. So as an average, I've taken the salary of $2,730. It's an average net salary after taxes in New York City, where I live. And this city is considered as the most expensive US city. And this net salary I've divided to some, let's say, envelopes. For example, 10% goes immediately to your savings account, which equals $273. It's completely untouchable money, which will be dedicated towards your financial freedom. The next 8% of your money is going to be an average cost of utilities in New York City, which equals $218. The next 40% is going to be your rent and mortgage, which equals $1,092. And 15% is going to be dedicated for health and car insurance, which equals $409. And in total, we get $2,047. That's your every month bills. So, and the rest, $738 left, we'll use for the envelope method as well. We'll take our daily expenses and put them in different envelopes with a certain percentage of each envelope. Those envelopes I've just used as an example. Those work for me, but you can adjust them accordingly to your needs. Maybe for some of them you need more money, for some of them less money. The whole point of it that you shouldn't exceed the certain amount of money, so you're able to save at least 10% of your salary. That's the whole point. So here's my examples. The food. And for the food, I've dedicated 50% of the rest of this money. So once you go to the grocery store with thoughts that you have $4,000 in your pocket, which is the average salary before taxes, and in the second case that you know that there's only $369 a month that you can spend on the food, believe me, you will be spending in a completely different way. You start counting, comparing what you can afford, what you can't. Believe me or not, in this case, you won't spend it on some you don't need or something what you can live without. The next 15%, which equals $110, I've dedicated for transport expenses. And the average cost of gas in New York City is about $73 a month. So we have $110 here, and if something left, every month we can save for the future car maintenance, because as we know, it happens time to time. The next 15% we've dedicated for vacation. It's gonna be equal to $110 too. And it doesn't mean that that's the whole your money and you have to dig a hole in your backyard, put the water inside and swim in a sunny day with a cheap vodka in your hand. I mean that you can be saving and putting money in this envelope every month and spend yearly $1,320 for vacation as a total 12 times of savings. This let's see, $110. The next 10% we'll put towards clothes and shopping, which equals $74 a month. The same point is here as well. Once you need to buy something that costs you more than $74, you can save at the first month and to not buy anything, and then to buy something that is twice as this price, which equals $148. And the next 10%, which equals $74 as well, it's gonna be your emergency fund, or the savings for the rainy day. And please don't be confused with the first 10% of savings. That savings we need to put towards your future wealth and financial freedom. That money is dedicated for future investing, saving, maybe investing in real estate, stock market, anything. This 10% is working towards your emergency fund, and usually it's gonna be equal from 3 to 6 your monthly bills. In case you lose job, you need your money ASAP, maybe you're sick, in case of COVID or anything. And once you have this 6 months of spendings and there's still more money coming in this envelope, then you can put those money towards your base, let's say base savings, and put them towards investing. Here we have different envelopes. This way works for me just fine. And if you have some bigger bills to pay and 10% to save, it's going to be too tricky. You can always start with 1%. Maybe you have some debts. I've found a cool video about how to pay your debts using 2 methods, avalanche and snowball. You can check it here. Also, about those savings, the most tricky part of it becomes when you start. But then you adjust your savings, you start looking at the store, which thing you can afford, which it's not that needed for you anymore. So it's the further you come, the easiest it's gonna be for you. You know, a few years ago I was a huge spender. I really didn't get the idea why should I save anything at all. Why should I forbid myself from buying another Starbucks coffee or to eat out at a place I like? I was always pursuing that target that I'd rather earn more money and to buy what I want without any savings. There are dozens of celebrities who make tens or hundreds thousands dollars in a month. So why do they need to save for anything? They can just go and buy a car for 1 monthly salary, right? And I thought this way unless I've heard about something called compound interest. I was listening to a lot of millionaires, to some successful people, and all of them were saying that you need to work hard, like 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, to become a millionaire, to become a successful and rich person. But once I figure out what compound interest is and how it works, I've really figured out for myself that it's really not that hard to become a millionaire, even if you make an average salary. You don't need to be a genius, or you don't need to really kick your butt. It's just a little bit of self-discipline and consistency, self-motivation, and a bit of knowledge how the compound interest works. And it can turn you from an average income man to a millionaire. Also, I started tracking my expenses, so I know now where my money goes. It's probably the most common thought that you can hear in any money-related video, but still, it works for me, and I highly recommend to start using it for you as well. It doesn't mean that you have to write down in a spreadsheet every detail about every burger. Was it with onions or with pickles? There's no the point. I mean, you can use the spreadsheets. As soon as it works, I'm happy and you're safe. But personally, I use an iPhone app. It's called Wallet app. It's completely free to use app. It's not an ad or something like that. I don't really get money of advertising it. It just working for me, and I wanted to become more helpful for you, so you can use it as well. And guys, it literally takes like 5 seconds to take your phone once you are waiting for that burger for $2 in McDonald's. You take your phone, open this app and put $2, choose the category that it's gonna be like fast food or like a grocery, anything. You can even leave a note if you want that, for example, you've spent this money for a burger, for fast food, so at the end of the month, you know how much you spent for groceries, how much you spent for fast food, and maybe fast food will come with more spendings for you, and you'll figure out that it's gonna be better for you to spend less on the groceries. Then it's gonna be completely adjustable for you, and you will just see the whole picture. And yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty worth for you. Okay guys, so that's it for today. All those advices I personally follow, and I'm able to save more than $1,000 every month, making the same average salary. And New York City is considered like the most expensive US city, but don't trust anyone who says that there's no way to save anything in New York City. I can do it. I save 36% of my net income every month. I really buy what I want. I have the latest iPhone. I have the cool laptop. I sometimes go out. So if I can do it, you can do it too. Actually, I have an idea. I'm gonna record a video about how I'm gonna be able to save at most, like going to an extreme in New York City, and it's gonna be pretty interesting. So thanks so much for watching, and smashing that like button below, and till next time.